And we're back. Michael Cernovich. Cernovich.com. How much longer before everyone is banned from Twitter? So the latest news, and you know this is no surprise. If you're a regular Cernovich reader, viewer, you know the drill, dude. You know the drill. None of this is a surprise to you. But Twitter has banned an Iraq war veteran for being basically conservative. This one is interesting because, oh my, the conservative bros are triggered. Who are the conservative bros? Exhibit A. This guy's a conservative bro. So a conservative bro is somebody who doesn't lift. This is like a conservative bro. So a conservative bro is somebody who is indistinguishable from a lefty. So like a guy like this, doesn't even lift, doesn't really take care of himself, probably wears cargo shorts. He's got to come and take it. But where were they for Alex Jones? So now they're all triggered because, oh my God, Jesse Kelly is suspended. I thought censorship only happened to, people I don't like. I thought censorship only happened to the Alex Joneses of the world. I didn't know that censorship could happen to me. What? So, whatever, dude. Everybody's number's up. Will's in the thing. How you doing, Will? Will's in here, and it was funny because Will did a Periscope the other day, and Will's like, well, I don't think, he referring to himself, he's like, well, he doesn't think he'll be banned because he doesn't break any rules. We're not at the point now where it doesn't matter, dude. Like, the rules are just your number comes up. Yeah, I know the audio could be better, guys. Thanks for sharing, okay? Thanks for sharing. 100 people. Please tell me more about the audio. So, what you got to realize is that it's just about if your number comes up. And there's no rhyme or reason to it. So, for example, they all banned Milo. They claimed Milo was inciting harassment against Leslie Jones because Milo wrote a mean review of her film, but he wasn't inciting harassment. He was being a DIC you-know-what online, but he wasn't harassing her. But then meanwhile, people who try to get death threats to my daughter from verified accounts, they're not inciting harassment, even though I went to the police and there's a police investigation and everything. So this whole point doesn't mean the rules. Proud Boys. Everybody knows the Proud Boys is not a white nationalist group. How do you know it? Because Gavin kicks people out. He kicked out that guy, I think his name was Saul or somebody like that. You get kicked out of the Proud Boys if you're into the racist stuff. That's been like well known. So everybody knows the Proud Boys is not a white nationalist group. It just isn't. They ban people who are. Doesn't matter. Your number comes up, it comes up. They claimed Milo was a pedo, right? Based on a Joe Rogan podcast that 15 million people listened to, and nobody at the time thought anything of that podcast to Milo. But then what they do is they splice it out of context and be like, ooh, have you heard this top secret audio? You mean top secret audio from the podcast Milo did on the Joe Rogan thing that like 10 million people heard? Right? So that's what your number comes up. So now, now Gavin's number came up. It's just that's really all it comes down to is when your number comes up and they'll circle you. So for example, with Jack Posobiec, they made a fake tweets of him saying things he never said, Photoshop tweets of him. And then they photoshopped a picture of him in a Nazi thing. Yeah, what's wrong, kid? Here, you want Mickey or do you want Daniel? I'm here with my daughter, if you're wondering who I'm, here you go, here's Mickey Mouse. How's Mickey? So your number comes up and then they circle you and then they all swarm you. And then, maybe that gets you or maybe it doesn't. So it has nothing to do with what you say or do. It's just if your number comes up. It's kind of like the gulags in Russia, right? It's just your number came up and if they got you, they got you. So Jesse is just a conventional offense. Jesse's a fun account. Don't get me wrong. It's not really my cup of tea, but he's just a regular conservative. There's nothing Alex Jones about him. Oh, all these conservative bros, boy, they were dancing on Alex Jones's grave. They were dancing on Alex Jones's grave. Now suddenly they're like, well, I can't believe you're going after our tribe. So Jimbo, who is not a conservative bro, Jimbo, who actually has a good account, Uncle Jimbo, as they call him, he said, march on Silicon Valley. Yeah, the protest. It's got to happen. There has to be an organized Christian march. All of the pro-life groups, all the Christians, all the pro-life groups need to march on Twitter for the discrimination against Christians and Christian conservatives. That's just really what has to happen. Doesn't happen to just be one by one by one. You got your number. Now banning Loomer was a mistake, and so was banning Jesse, and I'll tell you why. People keep going, oh, they're going to ban you. I know they're going to ban me eventually. They got to fabricate things. The reason I've survived as long as I have, I don't care about the transgender thing. Right? I think just as a human being, if you want me to call you by a different name or you want me to say that you feel like you have a different gender, hey, man, I believe that we live in a simulation. So, like, I literally believe this is all simulation, and I believe I simulate reality with my thoughts. So if somebody comes to me and says, well, I'm actually gender that you see is different than the gender inside my brain, I'm like, well, welcome to my world. I believe we're all holographic illusions, and we're all changing into the past isn't real, and it's being re-updated every day. How you doing? So I just don't care. So that's the irony of it is these culture issues that Ben Shapiro, people like Jesse Kelly, the more conventional and conservatives care about, I just don't care. Okay, what do you want to be called? Fine with me, right? The Muslim stuff, there is Islamophobia. There just is, right? Half the people in my family are Muslims. They're just fine people, same as the people who are evangelical Christian. You know what evangelicals believe? I grew up evangelical. A lot of weird stuff, people. So whenever people are like, oh, have you read the Quran? I'm like, have you ever read the Bible? Right? I'll play Bible trivia with anybody here. There's a lot of, blessed are he who taketh the head of the little ones, smasheth them against the stones in the Old Testament. There's a lot of bad stuff in the Bible, people. So people are like, oh, have you read the Quran? Yeah, parts of it. I've also read the Bible many, many, many times. Lots of stuff in it is fundamentally not about the religion people practice. It's multiple factors. Primarily, you can't have men who aren't coupled with women. That's why you have the incel problems now. You can't have men. So traditionally in the Muslim world, you're allowed to have a harem. You're allowed to have multiple wives. So because of that, you have a lot of men shut out. So you take men who are angry. They're not having a family. They're not having any kind of, relations with women. And then they'll read things and their little minds get scrambled, right? Just like that kid from Gab, not kidding, he's a terrorist, not to downplay it. He goes in and shoots up the synagogue. And you're just like, these are just random Jewish people praying. Their brains are scrambled. That's the problem. Their brains are just scrambled. So in America, you're seeing a lot of the things that get blamed on, Islam or whatever. You're seeing that in America. So I just don't really care about Islam. I don't care about the trans stuff. It's just not really. I'm an economic populist. I believe in my heart, maybe this is a conspiracy theory, I believe that the people who have all the money, and by the way, that's not code, George W. Bush, Halliburton, Dick Cheney, come on. No, you're 9/11, right? What's wrong? Is Mama here? I think Mama's here. So I believe that the real military-industrial complex has us fight over dumb things like gender bathrooms because then we don't fight about real things. Today they're trying to say we need to go to war in Ukraine because Russia bumped a boat in some sea that I'd never even heard of. It's like, wait, hold on. So we can't say 10,000 men storming through the border in America. We can't call that an invasion. We can't. And we can't do anything about that. And we can't have a wall. And we can't have borders. But if a Russian boat in the Ukraine, or it's Ukraine, not the Ukraine. If a Russian boat bumps into, what are you looking for, babe? If it bumps into, hold on, we got to give the iPad to the kid. Then suddenly now we got to care all about borders and things, right? So that's, to me, all these people arguing about these dumb issues that don't even really matter. I don't care about these. I think they're dumb. I think that the military-industrial complex has you argue about transgender bathrooms because then you're not talking about anything important. It's just a low-stakes, dumb issue. It really is a dumb issue. Oh, a drag queen read a book to kids. Don't bring your kids to it. Nobody was forced to go to that thing. People are like, send me this. Can you believe it? I'm outraged. I'm like, wait, so there was an event, a drag queen was there, and parents brought their children to it. Okay. Well, I'm so shocked. Whether that's good parenting is a different issue. But I don't really, that's the thing. That's what people are so fired up about. I care about the real issue. Student loan debt, $1.5 trillion. I care about a leading indicator of a recession is used auto loans. Those are actually, the default rates increased. I care about those issues. So ironically, it's made me, even though I'm a far-right, extreme, scary guy, but I've managed to survive thus far because I just don't care. But the conservatives really care about the trans issues, and they really care about Islam. They just really care about these issues. Fine, whatever. People care about their issues. I don't care. I'm not knocking anybody who does. I'm just saying I don't care. So I don't talk about these issues. I'm not afraid to talk about them. I just don't care. I care about $1.5 trillion in student loan debt. I care that we're trying to get into a war with Russia because of some sea. Hey, babe, we're out here. Because of some sea in that Russia and Ukraine share that I've never even heard of. Suddenly it's an act of aggression, and we need to like go there and beat up the Russians to save Ukraine because Ukraine's sovereignty matters, but U.S. sovereignty doesn't matter. See, I care about those issues, real issues that actually matter. But, hey, baby. Hey, the mama's here. Okay, go see mama. Mama wants a hug. Wait, you want to? Hold on, I'm right here. Don't go anywhere, people. Don't go anywhere. iPad. Do you want to go with the iPad to mama? Take iPad with mama? Oh, there you go. She's getting big. I wish I could have her on camera co-hosting, but the creeps and psychos. She, right when she woke up, I went in the room and then she goes potty and peed right in front of me, of course. But then I put her on the toilet, and now she's not wearing underwear because I couldn't find them. Cyra's been potty trained by Supermom for a while, but you get like, if you're a parent, you get like 3 seconds warning. She'll go potty. It's like, I'm running to get you there. Oh, too late. So you get the thing. Somebody goes, why did I go after James Gunn? That doesn't matter to the world. Yeah, Hollywood pedophilia is actually a real issue. You idiot, you pedophile supporter. That's actually a real issue. Pedophilia in Hollywood, real issue. Real issue. Wars with Russia to defend Ukraine, real issue. $1.5 trillion in student loan debt, real issue. Auto loan defaults increasing, follow Gabe Hoffman, real issue. There are real issues going on. Transgender double gender bathrooms is like that in Europe forever. It's just empirically false. All right, just not a real issue. Heard there are only 2 genders. Not a real issue. It's not what we're talking about. Now, if you want to talk about the bigger picture, which is why is it that you get banned for just talking about these sort of, issues? That's a free speech issue. Free speech is a real issue. So here we are, people. I told you though. I told you all this stuff was going to happen. I told you it was going to happen. And now it is. And now the conservatives are like, oh, I can't believe it's so terrible, Yeah, censorship's bad, dude. Sorry for you. Now, Jesse Kelly was a test balloon, right? Jesse Kelly's banning was a test, was an A/B test. Twitter will see that they went too far, even for the most basic. What's a good word for tamed? We can't use the C word anymore because it will be banned. What's a good word for tamed? Placable. Come on, some of you people are smart. Here's what I'm saying. Twitter's banning was an A/B test. Twitter will see that they went too far, even for the most basic, blank conservatives. And I want a word that communicates that these people are just weak, but I can't use the C word because that's banned. So it really was such a perfect word. Somebody was actually reading my fake Wikipedia entry, and they claim you popularized the C word. That's actually pretty funny. I'm like, I know. So I'm thinking of whipped. Whipped is good, but it's a little old. I want something. Timid is good, but I want something fresh. That's why the C word works so well. It's fresh. Read Politics in the English Language by George Orwell. Right? You want a fresh, so maybe it's just Twitter. We're just not going to have it. Maybe pacified is pretty good. Capitulate is underrated, but conservatives, you can't really use capitulated in this. No. I have it. Twitter will see they went too far, even for the most basic, willing to capitulate for a CNN guest slot. Jesse Kelly's ban will be reversed. Twitter will see that they went too far even for the most basic, willing to capitulate for a CNN guest slot. Conservatives. So that's pretty good. And that really is, the problem here is they don't care about America. They just care about, will I be allowed on Don Lemon's show to talk about Antifa? How great Antifa is. Oh, by the way, Antifa meetings. We got a lot going on, people. Anyway, Jesse Kelly got banned. It is what it is. Jesse Kelly got banned. He's an Iraq war veteran. He's a Christian. Laura Loomer was mocked by you softies. No, Laura Loomer texted me saying, thank you so much for defending me. So nice try. I always love you gossip girls and gossip boys who come in and say, oh, Mike, what about this? Like, yeah, dude, Loomer and I talk. We texted about this scenario. And she was very grateful for how I defended her against the attacks. So Loomer was too far. Jesse Kelly's like way too far, right? Because now any free beacon dork is like, wait a minute, they got Jesse Kelly? Well, we're just regular garden variety warmongers at the free beacon. What's going to happen to us, man? Oh, crap. Now we ought to, nobody, Jesse didn't say anything. They just banned him. Yeah, that's the whole point. They're just banning people now. So, yeah, Jesse Kelly was banned. Nobody knows why he was banned. And it doesn't matter why. It just doesn't matter. It's a tyranny. Why do people get thrown into the gulags? Doesn't matter. That you just do. Your number comes up. My numbers come up repeatedly, and they circle me and attack me. Thank the Lord that I'm a lawyer, and I know how far is too far for these people to go, and other matters and things like that, and law enforcement and whatnot. So it's just crazy, people. All right, Jesse Kelly has been banned. If you are on Twitter, get the message out. Jesse Kelly has been banned from Twitter. His account has been suspended. Nobody knows why. Doesn't really matter why, because private companies can do whatever they want. Private companies can do whatever they want. That's just the way it is. They can do whatever they want. Enjoy that boot in your mouth. Enjoy that taste of shoe leather. Enjoy your new overlords, random functionaries, middle management on the weekends. I love when people go, Jesse Kelly is a deluded conservative. Look, that's the point. That's why the conservative bros are bad. Jesse Kelly is not controversial. Jesse Kelly is not edgy. Jesse Kelly is not someone I would have predicted on the Deadpool list. Paul Joseph Watson, Loomer, right? There's a number of people that I would predict to go before Jesse Kelly. But Jesse Kelly's number came up. Some middle manager on Twitter didn't like him and just hit the kill switch. Remember when Trump's Twitter was taken down for 12 minutes? Who remembers that? Raise your hand if you remember when, right? Raise your hand if you remember when a middle manager deleted Trump's account. That's likely what happened to Jesse Kelly today. He got on the bad side of some random functionary, and that's just the way it is, dude. That's just he got on the wrong side of some random middle manager, and that's that. Jesse Kelly fought for our freedom. In return, Twitter banned him from Twitter. Wild times. Wild times. Wild, wild, wild times. Wild times. All right, Jesse Kelly got banned. That's the news. Get Jesse Kelly trending. Let all the friends know. Let all the veterans groups know. Let all the Christian groups know. If you have contact with pro-Christian and other veterans groups, let them know that Jesse Kelly has been banned from Twitter for being banned from Twitter. Iraq war veteran. I mean, imagine that. You fight, you risk your life, friends die, and you come home and just, where's the freedom? Right? Where's the freedom? We always hear that, right? We always hear, oh, think of that, thank them for their service, thank them for their, thank them for their service and, all that stuff where they fought for freedom. It's like, well, we're not free here though, right? Where's our freedom? Where's our freedom in America? Where's our freedom of speech in America? Right? Because we always hear that. We always hear that. Where is our, right? Thank a veteran for our freedom. Well, that's nice. Where's our freedom? Where's our freedom? Thanks for watching. Mike Cernovich, cernovich.com, CERNOVICH.com. Talk to me there.